Oh yeah, we're on. Welcome back everyone. Got 4 reels that I'm going to service. Picked up a great bargain. I'm going to tell you how much I paid because you'll freak out. But these have been sitting around for a long time. I haven't cleaned them or nothing. I just grabbed them, paid for them and went. Alright, just to show you how long they've been sitting. Look at this dust. These haven't been used in a very long time. Look. This spool is so tight. 8000 Stella. Daiwa saltiga. 3500 H. I think this is the FL 2500, same thing. They're very dusty. This one looks very, they all look barely, you know, barely used, to be honest. Can't tell before the dust, but look at that. So which reel should I start with today? I'll start with the big boy. Start with the Stella 8000. I'll get a rubber band, put that away before it gets tangled underneath. And yeah, it's got a bit too much line on this. Alright, here we go. Going to dust off all the dust on this. There's so much dust, it's not funny. Look at that. It's been sitting for ages. I'll dust it off and I'll be back. Just going to take off some of this line because there's way too much line. Looks like good quality lines. I think this is 80 pound. Feels like 80 pound. Very smooth because it's a Stella. Have a look. It's pretty clean. I think this reel's just been sitting around. I know nothing about these reels, like the history of them. So there's a bit of gunk in there. Not much. Let's have a look. I think it's just oil. And there's a bit of salt. Okay, so it hasn't been cleaned properly after use. That's salt. Number 1. Clockwise. I don't think this has been used much. It's got a bit of dirt and dust in that. Salt residue, but not much. I'm gonna check these. The little flat screw there. Still very smooth. The Boca lightning oil. I forgot this one. Forgot to put this in. You gotta remember to line these up in that. .5. Not much going on there. Looks pretty clean. Oh, yeah, okay. I always take my time if I do the high-end stuff and have the schematics ready just in case you stuff something up. You can always fall back onto the schematics, and see there's that rod that goes through there and goes into that. Actually looks very clean. When I take this off, there it is there. Looks very clean. No water's intruded there. Bit of salt corrosion there. Just going to clean it up and I'll be back. The oil I use to spray on the reels is this stuff here, Tackle Guard. Pretty good. That's on the outside when I'm spraying stuff, but I like to use the Boca bearing lightning oil for the bearings. It's really good oil. I use this stuff, really good oil for bearings. I got one of these and filled it up, so it's with the needle you can pinpoint accuracy where you want to lubricate, and yeah, very good oil. Yeah. And a touch of grease. Don't lose that. I'm going to put a bit of grease so I can hold it. Once that click Just in there. Whoop, yep, we got it. Nothing wrong with a bit of extra grease in there. You know, I forgot something. You know what I forgot? I forgot to put this bastard on. Fuck. Down, let me try it like this. That washer once I keep moving, and there we go. Beautiful. All nice and clean. Put that aside. Looks clean. Whoop, nearly lost it. Looks clean. I'm not going to ruin its originality. Looks very good inside, very clean. Just going to grease it up so it can hold on. Hopefully that'll stay in place. We're going to make sure we get that little pin in that little square hole there. I don't know if you can see it, but I can. I think that's it. The grease will help stop water going in. Okay, let's screw it back up. Okay, I'll put this rubber back in. Okay, that's that there. That's it there. Just using oil. That washes there. That washes there. So there's a little O-ring up here. And when we took it off, it was clockwise. Now we put it on anti-clockwise. all back together. Looks all nice and clean. I've gone over it, opened it up, had a quick look. Everything looks fine. Still smooth. I'm not gonna service the inside, didn't need it. I'm not gonna touch the originality of it. So put that aside. I'm gonna service the drag washers, clean it out. There's a bit of residue in there. I can see a bit of salt. Alright, start with the handle. Very tight. Oh, there it is. Bit rusty. Once I get this off, it looks like a bit of rust on it. Just going to spray a bit of WD on the bearing to loosen it up. It looks like it's rusted. There's a bit of rust there. Sprayed some WD on the handle, just waiting for it. Yeah. This one feels very good. Very clean. Problem is I'm bending the shit out of this. What do you do? It's got to come off. There we go. You can see the salt and rust. There's even a washer that's rusty. That's the bottom one. All the water gets to it very quick. I would advise to pack it with grease. Even the washer's rusted. Okay. This is the top one where it's protected. You can hear the smoothness. No noise at all. Wow, that's pretty loose. That was loose and it had red Loctite. Very loose. The joint's pretty good, to be honest. Any water that gets in there from the sea is not going to stick there. I'm going to need a washer. This one's all rusty. And this size bearing. So I have these, a whole bunch of different sizes. This is ceramic as well. Water sits at the bottom there. That's where it sits most of the time. Okay. Now it's all greased up there. Protects it from the elements. Bit of excess grease, but it's all packed in there. Won't let water sit in there. That's what was happening with the old bearing and the bushing. It's a fairly clean reel when I opened it up, and you know, it's just been sitting, but you can see it started to rust and this thing was a bit rough. So out with the old, in with the new. And we'll be giving it a test run soon. Maybe beach fishing. Beautiful. Okay, the drag stack now. bit of gunk. I'll re-grease them and put them back in. That's how it sits. Here's the bearing. Look like a rubber seal. Just a quick little layer, nothing crazy. Some ordered tool from Japan Tackle. Have to wait for it. This is what takes off the locking mechanism. So you turn it, locks into place. And you unscrew. Those two lugs grab onto the side. There we have it. Now we can check the drag. Bit of gunk in there. Very tight. Nice and smooth. And let's have a look at this. Wow, it's a lot of grease. Use Cow's drag grease. Nearly forgot the bearing. fit into that. There we go. Nice and tight. And that's it. You can get this, I got it from Japan Tackle, about 30-40 bucks plus delivery. Just a thin layer of grease just to stop the elements. That rubber didn't do anything. Let's put it on. There we go, we've cleaned it up. I think I've done the basics. Like I said, I opened up the inside. I didn't want to touch anything in there. It looked all original. Everything was smooth. The only bearing I did end up changing was this bottom one, and I packed it out with grease down there and put a new one. Oop. This line is annoying. I put a rubber band to hold it. It didn't work. Alright, give it a nice wipe. It's all been wiped down, just go over it from my fingers, all the marks I left behind. There we have it. Shimano Stella 8000. Shimano Stella 8000 SW, heavy duty, all cleaned up and serviced. Basic service, not major. You can call it whatever you want, but ready to go. Compared to how I picked it up, looks beautiful.